You know, I've never painted before, and I'm not sure what's going to happen. But I got this old door skin here, and I'm thinking this ought to be my trial piece. I mean, it's got bumps. I mean, I can do all kinds of stuff. I can put Bondo on it. I can do whatever I want and just see what happens. The problem with this, I can see already, is it's too flexible. I'm not going to be painting anything like that. So what do I do? Remodeling my house. Anyway, that's as solid as a car body. Just have to stay away from these edges with the There's some spots on here that I can't sand out that are rough spots. Can't feel them, but I can see them. That's like Bondo there. I can't sand those out. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna wipe it down with water. Just these spots. water's taking it off. Make sure it's dry. Trying to protect my ear because this one ear rings at night. Sometimes. Almost out of this stuff. Putting it on thick, probably too thick. We're just gonna see what happens. Better this than the car. But I sprayed this rust reformer on there, Rust-Oleum. I did that on my car too, wherever it was rusted, but I've never seen a video on what. I mean, I've seen videos they say get rid of the rust and then spray on epoxy primer. But what do you do when you have rust spots that you can't get rid of? So I'm just going to experiment. I'm going to sand this and we'll just see what, I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll just find out. And these spots that I sprayed yesterday, yeah, they sat overnight. Bucket that I throw all my chemical rags in, I keep it outside. I get these at the auto body store. They're cheap. But anyway, what I'm looking for is chemical reactions. Because I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna pretend like what I have already done to the car. Just gonna wipe off this with this wax remover. And then I'm gonna put on some lacquer thinner. I wanna see if I can get this paint to this rust reformer to, I want to see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. But like I said, this is how I do everything. I just try. And there is a guy going to come over here today. My local rural town is one auto body shop, a Korean guy. He's gonna come over and look at my car. Give me a price to paint it. If it's cheap, we'll see. Well, anyway, I really want to do it myself now, just to see if I can do it. So right now, I'm just like I said, there was some rust. I sanded it out. I got the panel secure. And I don't know what else to say. I really should get all the again, I'm just trying to duplicate kind of what I've been doing. So we'll blow it off just to dry it out. paint thinner. This is what you use to clean up paint. You shouldn't be doing what I'm doing right here, but I figured there's gonna be some thinner in when I spray, so let's give it the worst case scenario. Oh, look at that. What a mess. Better here than the car. It did take off some of the rust reformer, not over here. So I guess the one lesson, make sure you clean before you spray anything on. I guess that's the most important thing I'm learning right now. So I'm just gonna let that sit for like 5 minutes. I'm not gonna wipe anything off. I want to see if anything happens. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's just see, well again, I'm just gonna put some wax and grease remover, see if any paint lifted or, let's just see what happens. That's all I'm doing. So I'm really mixing the chemicals up here. A little bit of paint. But here, what interests me is that the paint stuck here, but not here. So I'm out of this stuff. I'm gonna have to go get some more. I'm gonna just clean it, spray some more on here, let it dry. I guess I'll just heat it up with a torch because I don't want to wait. And just see what we learn. But what I'm seeing right now is you can use this. I'm not an expert. Obviously. Yeah, just to recap why I'm doing this. If you watch my earlier videos, we sanded down everything that was possibly loose, the rust, everything. But then it started dripping moisture, so I sprayed rust reformer all over the car. 2 reasons. I wanted to get it the same color, and I just wanted to stop surface rust that was showing up. But now I'm wondering, what do I do? Do I need to sand the whole car down? Do I need to get every piece of black off of there? I don't know. So this is my trial. This will tell me if I do or don't. Yeah, to make this more interesting, you know, I was thinking maybe the paint stuck, but I sanded it off. Maybe that was a low spot. So I'm also going to try, I'm going to put Bondo over paint and Bondo over metal. So I'm just going to put a dent right here. Put a dent there. I guess I'll put a dent here. I think I'll try some different Bondos too. Dent there. And a dent here. Yeah. To make this more interesting, you know, I was thinking maybe the paint didn't, maybe the paint stuck, but I sanded it off. Maybe that was a low spot. So I'm also gonna try. I'm gonna put Bondo over paint and Bondo over metal. So I'm just gonna put a dent right here. Put a dent there. I guess I'll put a dent here. I think I'll try some different Bondos too. Dent there. And a dent here. I got a whole box of 40 grit. So I'm just gonna sand these because I just loosened the paint up. Make sure I get any loose paint out of there. Okay, so I'm gonna try regular old Bondo. I'm gonna try this Eastwood Contour aluminum filler compound and Bondo glass. This is really for something thicker, but again, I'm looking for reactions. We'll just do the Bondo first. Maybe I can mix them all at the same time. I don't need much. There's Bondo. Stir this up a little bit. This is Bondo glass. Eastwood aluminum filled compound. Stir that up a little bit. hardener. As far as I can tell, all the hardeners work for each other. Try to mix it up. I think there's a little bit left in here. So let's just try it. Way too much. It's going to set up fast. So we'll just do this. We'll do the Bondo first. Way too much hardener in here. No way we'll do it. Let's do these two. Oh. Yeah, we'll just do these two. So that's partly over paint. As you can see, you got way too much. Fiberglass. Yeah, this is the short hair fiberglass. Do it right over the metal. And the contour aluminum filler. There's a couple little spots here. Let's just stick it on here. All it is the paint's missing. Let's do one. Okay, this is a Bondo glazing spot putty. Let's put a little bit more on this. That's the silver. There's a little low spot right there, I can see it. So right there. Now this doesn't mix with any hardener. little low spot there. Again, we're just, I guess I'll put it where there is no paint. There's no paint, it's got to be a hole. You just can't see it. Here's some saw marks, grinder marks. I'm starting to like this stuff. You got real fine holes. So that's it. Let me just get some of this extra stuff off here. That's it. I'm just going to clean up. You know, I used to be real careful with these paper towels, but now I don't really care anymore. I guess, man, I grew up, every penny counts, you know. Because fiberglass is setting up already. This Bondo is setting up. Messy because the aluminum didn't set up yet. If you get one of these metal things, clean it like I'm doing. If you don't clean it, it sticks right into the pores of the metal. still wet. This could be sanded. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to let this set up over the weekend. Then we're just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to sand it, clean it, pour lacquer thinner on it, and see if anything fails. Or maybe over the weekend I'll come out and I'll spray Rust Reformer over the Bondo after it sets up, because that only takes 5 minutes to sand. This is what I want to know. Will this stuff fail if solvent gets on it? I'm going to say it again. Everything on this car, I didn't know what I was doing until I did it. I guess I have some kind of ability to fix things, or not scared to try. But the point I'm making here is everybody says something different. Not everybody, but there's so many different opinions on painting and priming and Bondo and epoxy. But from my experience, for what it is worth, get everything that could possibly cause a problem off. So if you got rust, rust will just keep growing and the paint will come loose. So I did that on this car. The paint, we sanded it, me and Justin sanded it down, mostly Justin. We sanded it down and we got any kind of loose paint, any nick, we sanded around the nicks. Anything that could possibly cause what to go over it fail. I think that's my opinion. Anything that could cause it to fail, get it off. But this paint here, man, it's on. I mean, I don't know what year this is, but this is good paint. There's no flaking. There's no nothing. If there was, I sanded it off. I would be comfortable, me not knowing what I'm doing, I would be comfortable painting over this. As long as I got it, as long as I prepared it, And again, I'm not sure how you prepare it, but I think you go, the finer sandpaper you use, the better paint job you're going to get. And I'm going to find out if I paint the car. Yeah, it's about 3 hours later. I decided to sand it. Yeah, if you're still watching this video, this is a Durablock. If you go back on my earlier video, I cut it with my chop saw through to here, so it'll bend like that. So it'll bend to this shape. Remember, this isn't a finished panel. Just a test panel. Getting all clogged up. So that's good enough for my test. Anyway, this is that Durablock. When I was first sanding the car, I was using, I think I did 40 grit. Thought I heard somebody. And, but now, when I go back over it, I'm going to use 150. But I just bought this stuff in a roll. It's like 25 yards for like 30 bucks. I can't really use a power sander on here. Anyway, that's where I'm at now. I couldn't resist. I went out and ran some errands and I came back. So again, I'm testing it. I put the Bondo on, sanded it a little bit, and I'm going to put this Rust-Oleum on there. This is basically what I did to my car over there. And then tomorrow, or Monday, I'm going to put paint thinner on it. Because that's basically what the paint's going to be, I think. And we'll see what happens. Open this door and let this smoke us out of here. Yeah, I might have said the same thing over and over. Again, I can't remember, but this is extra door skin. I'm just experimenting it with Bondo and Rust-Oleum, rust reformer, and then I'm gonna wipe it down with thinner. And I just want to see if it's gonna hurt my car. And so after this, I'm just going to hit it again with 100 block paper, Durablock, 150 grit Durablock. And then I'm going to use my spray gun for the first time in my life. I'm going to spray primer on here.